How many students are there?
Good evening, sir.
Shall we wait for 5 minutes more?
Sure, sir.
Any doubt if you have, you can ask me. From unit 1, if any doubt you have. किसी डाउट रहुछि कि मु जो पढै छि जति कि पिला माने
No, sir.
No, sir.
पूरा क्लियर है पूरा क्लियर You people can switch on your camera also. I don't have any objection. See, mane how boring it is, you cannot understand. So I welcome always the offline classes, and it is very irritating when we take online class. The reason is that we cannot see the student, we cannot interact with them, and we cannot know your facial expression, whether you are getting it or not, whether if you have any doubt. Through your facial expression, we can also understand. Still, we are trying to do the best, and we are trying to deliver the best. I hope किछि मात्रा रे पिला माने बुझुथिबे, आपण माने सब बुझुथिबे एवं बुझिकी
Sir, I want to know one question. Hello.
Yes. Please.
Sorry,
Sir,
sir.
actually,
Your voice
scope.
is cracking.
Go.
Sir, I want to know the scope of the HRM and the objective of the HRM is the same thing or different?
Different. You may get two questions. See, mu कोठी मोर जो रहुची क्वालिटी बा मोर जो एटा को जगह रे आई एम यूटिलाइजिंग, where I can utilize my effort, what are the areas? So that is what all about your scope. Then once I am being utilized, then which way it will be benefited in that particular area is the objective or the outcome. Are you getting my point? Suppose the first scope I stated that the HRM is utilized, the scope is there at the individual level, scope is there at the group level. If that concept of human resource management is being utilized at the individual level, then how that employee, how that individual will be benefited after getting such facilities, getting such functionaries. Okay, so that is the objective or outcome of HRM. So see, why I have discussed in that way, the reason of discussion is that reading less, you can know more. Because see, I don't have time. See, the entire chapter, I used to take around 30 classes, minimum 25 to 30 classes to complete this paper in the regular mode. But here, I need to cover the entire syllabus in 10 classes. In fact, the personal contact program, the meaning of PCP is that student will come with their doubts, they will send their doubts, and the doubts will be cleared in the class. That's it. But here, what we are doing, we are starting from A to Z. पूरा subject को cover करिया को try करूचु. Or else, हमें टिके ताको remodel करिकी कौन करूचु? We are trying to discuss in the class from exam point of view. So these are the questions and how to write the answer. That we are trying to do. And 2 days session is already over in offline. And before commencement of the examination, let's say we are holding the examination in Feb, then beginning of February, we are certainly conducting another 2 days or 1 day. A Sunday we will conduct all 8 hours of lecture where all the teachers will come.
Sir, your video quality is breaking, sir.
My voice is clear, I hope, because
no, sir, video quality.
Video quality is poor.
Yes, sir.
ठीक अछि मो पाकर ते एठी मु देखुची स्क्रीन मो पाकर कंप्यूटर रे आ गोटे ये रे मु देखुची. I am okay with that. टिके कोन करंतु ना निजको एडजस्ट करंतु टिके नेटवर्क रे थाई की हैला सो तेणु मोर एटा दीटा इंटरनेट लिस्ट लाइन ये करी सब अछि तेणु मु भाबुनी कि मोर इंटरनेट एटी खराब होबो जब लाइन कटी गला पावर किछि हला ताहले किछि प्रॉब्लम फेस करि पारे अदरवाइज मो पाखरे जो लाइव रेट जो अछंती हां सेमकर तो भल काम करछि मु सेति पई बसै एठी ओके सो
सर आपण आपणकर से रूम रे सर लाइट कम अछि दैट्स व्हाई
नहीं लाइट सफिशिएंट अछि मो आखि कोन जो एते लाइट अछि बुझि परले कि सफिशिएंट लाइट अछि आपण के कंट्रास्ट बढ़ाई देले हैला shall we start केते पिला आसले ओके मते जने कहिले कॉल करी कि सर आपण पढोचुन जे एते फास्ट होउचंती आ मु लिखि पारुनी ये करि पारुनी मोर फास्ट कहिवार रीजन कोन रहला मते भी कष्ट होउची बहुत क्विकली कहिवारे रीजन इज दैट व्हाई आई एम स्पीकिंग बिट my speed is bit higher रे जाय मु because I need to cover I before coming to the class मो माइंड रे सेट करथे कि मु आज एते की कवर करिवि ओके एट लीस्ट मोर टाइम टा को कोनोसी मो अन्य वाइज यूटिलाइज न करी कि पूरा स्पीड रे कहि कि सारिबी बट आपण माने जेहेतु आर रिकॉर्डिंग टा पाइबे जेमति नॉर्मल रे हमें स्क्रीन रे देखुछु जेति की स्पीड सेति की रे तादरे 2 बढ़ाई दोचे जेम गोटे हाथ रे टच करले बढ़ी जाय मु सही स्पीड रे कहि देउची जानुची बट स्टिल टुडे आई विल गो बिट स्लो बट इफ आई एम गोइंग स्लो then it is difficult to cover 2 questions. Today I am going to cover at least 2 questions. Write down the question. I am just the syllabus is with me. Write down the question from unit 2. First you write define human resource planning. Please write down the question. Define human resource planning. Discuss the nature characteristics of HRP. Nature characteristics both are similar. Nature or characteristics of HRP, human resource planning, can be identified as HRP. Human resource planning can be identified as HRP.
And discuss
the nature and characteristics. Write down the process of human resource planning. Co process we will move so that the techniques of HRP can be adopted. Discuss the process of HRP. Another question. Okay. Next question. Next question. What is recruitment? Write down the process of recruitment. Write down the process of recruitment and different sources of recruitment. Write down the process and sources of recruitment. Write down the process and sources of recruitment. That means there should be strategic steps to be taken care of while adopting the recruitment practices in the organization. Okay, what kind of practice, what kind of steps are to be adopted? Okay, while when you think of recruiting the employees. See, mu that detail kahi paribi nahi. Jette source hame discussion kariba, whatever sources we will discuss it here. Pratek source gote chapter. Kemiti advertisement kariba, what are the contents should be there in the advertisement? You should know that, but it is difficult here on my part to deliver that. The reason is that the time is very short. But you read it, try to know, because once you will not know here, then you will never read. Just read what are the stages are there in the advertisement, what should be there in the advertisement, so that you can answer those things in the examination as well as well as in the interview if you are facing. Then next is define selection. Selection. What are the techniques adopted to select? What are the techniques adopted? Select. I mean, techniques or process of selection. We can also say. What are the techniques are being adopted to select the candidates? Again, that techniques are different or varies from organization to organization or sector to sector. In manufacturing industry, a different kind of technique is adopted. In service industry, a different kind of technique is adopted. So these techniques are always different. So, but you may get a question on overall process of selection, or else anybody got a question as if you may get question like what kind of practices are to be adopted while selecting the candidate in a manufacturing industry, in a service industry, in an educational unit. Education process onga kariba. So this is one question you may get from same unit. Another question: what is induction? And what is induction? And write down the objectives. Write down the objectives or purpose of conducting the induction program. Why the company, why the organization conducts induction program? What benefit the organization will get out of it? So that is another question. So these are the basic question which you may get from unit 2. So we will start with human resource planning. I have already written to save the time. Now, can anyone tell me what do you mean by planning? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of planning? Yes? What is the meaning of planning? What is the meaning of planning? Yes? Please unmute yourself and can answer. Anyone, if anyone wants to answer, or you can write it in the chat box. What is the meaning of planning? Jojana or nispatti, these are somewhere tagged high. Planning and decision making, these are always tagged together. Planning is identified as deciding in advance. It is there in your unit 2 of your MCP paper. Madam will certainly teach you on that. The madam will certainly describe what planning is. So this planning is deciding in advance. We are deciding in advance, whereas decision making is implementation of such planning into action. Implementation of such planning into action. So what is planning? Planning is deciding in advance. Decide then what do you mean by decision making? Decision making is implementation of such planning into action. So this planning is applied here in manpower planning. So what we are doing in organization, there are different functional areas are there. Marketing is there, finance is there, production is there, HR is there. Now we are that terminology, that word planning in each of the functional area. Marketing plan we do, finance plan we do, production plan we do, and HR plan we are doing. Marketing plan, we plan how to sell it, how to make profit, how to circulate the product in the market, how to develop the brand. We plan in that context. Similarly, financial plan, suppose your father given you 100 rupees now, he said, you plan in such a way so that you can manage your all expenditure for the entire month. So you have started planning, I will recharge my phone, this, so you are planning in advance and you are preparing the budget and you are comparing at the end of the month. So what is that ROI, return on investment? So that is what all of your financial plan. Similarly, in case of production plan, minimizing, we can say accidents, taking steps in safety mechanisms, quality product, right time production, how to do that. So we are planning for that. Now we are coming to HR. Now human resource planning is similar to the planning what we are reading in MCP paper. Deciding in advance, that is what all about your human resource planning. Human resource planning states that to find out, you can write it also, to find out the desired manpower in advance. The desired manpower in advance. That means this human resource planning is otherwise defined as moving from current position of manpower to the desired position of manpower. What is that? This my HRP is identified as moving from the current position. Mo pakhre 50 loko achanti. Okay, now the desired position of manpower, what I desire, what I need, what is my requirement, and that requirement should be compared with the task and assignment or workload. So what is that? We need to compare this present position with the desired position. If any gap is there, we need to find out the gap. Once you are able to find it out the gap, then you need to think of how to fill up the vacancies. Then that is what the next step. Once desired position, now how to fill up this vacancy, that will come later. Now, what is manpower planning? Manpower planning is all about, write the definition. Manpower planning is all about moving from, very good, filling the gap based on requirement of various cross-functional departments. Very good. I have written it here. Now, what is that? Manpower planning is all about moving from the current position of manpower to the desired position of manpower. We need to move to the desired position. Now, that desired position is all about based on the workload. Okay, it all based on the workload. Whether the workload is more, then what will happen? Whether the workload is more, then what will happen? We need more manpower. Whether the workload is less, then we need less manpower. So accordingly, you need to calculate on a regular basis if you are working in the HR department. So first is that moving from the current position of manpower to the desired position of manpower. Now another definition we can say, manpower planning is all about finding out the qualitative manpower. What is that? We need to find out the qualitative manpower to place them at the right place, at the right price, with the right quantity, with the right quality. What is that? Finding out the qualitative manpower. We always search for the best people in this step of selection. While selecting, we usually try to find out the best person. Now, what is manpower planning? It is all about finding out the qualitative manpower. Qualitative manpower, okay, qualitative manpower for the purpose of working at the right place, at the right price, with the right quantity, with the right quality. That is also one definition we can write. Now, what I think, nowadays the concept, at this present context, this HRM, what we have already defined, is outdated. Now the concept of HRP is coming out of that. But then HRM ra konosi value nahi. HRP re sabu jaka ta bhitere included he gala. Kichi din pore tame jetale padhibo HRD. तो HRM रो किछि value nahi. HRP रो भी किछि value nahi. अरे HRD तो आउरी advance form. तापर किछि दिन पर तमे तले पडिबो ह्यूमन कैपिटल डेवलपमेंट. अरे हे ये किछि नुए ह्यूमन कैपिटल आसीगला. किछि दिन पर तमे कोन पडिबो ह्यूमन नॉलेज डेवलपमेंट. अरे हे सबु एकी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जेमति कहउछे एटा हला सेटा. सो तापर कोन थला पर्सनल मैनेजमेंट. Okay, so slowly it has to change a concept. Now we are in this stage. Okay, now HRP, another definition can say, can anyone tell me what is the objective of HRP? Just a question, if someone is asking, suppose in the interview we were there and the interview board, in front of the interview board, you have narrated the term human resource planning. Suddenly the recruiter is asking a question, then what is the objective of human resource planning? What is the purpose of doing that? Can anyone answer me? Purpose of HRP? Yes.
Improving the current people to the desired position, as you said.
Okay, moving from current position to desired position. Okay, that is what basic. Then next, any other? Any other? Yes. Okay, right manpower at the right place. Okay, that is, these are the definitions you have already stated. In the definition, you told that. Then the recruiter will ask, what are the objectives? What we will achieve with that? Two objectives. There are two basic objectives. It is very easy to understand. Now, ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ତା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖଉଛି ଭୁଲି ଗଲି କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖିଲେ ତମେ ବୁଝିଯିବ HRP is all about preparing the people ଗୋଟେ ଲେଖି ଦେଇ ପାର କାରଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିଲା ବେଳକୁ କ'ଣ ତମ ସହିତ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରେ ସେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ମାଇଣ୍ଡକୁ ଆସେ ଆଉ ତମେ ଯଦି ଅଫଲାଇନରେ ବସିଥାନ୍ତା ଆହୁରି ଅଧିକା ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଆସିଥାନ୍ତା so what is that HRP is the process of fulfilling the manpower gap and preparing the people to face the future challenges. बढ़िया definition है ना? What is HRP? HRP is a process of fulfilling the manpower gap. If any kind of gap you are facing, whether it is instant, whether it is short term, whether it is long term, then this can be fulfilled. The HRP is a practice with which the manpower gap can be fulfilled, can be minimized, and again what we can do, we can prepare the people, so people factor, human factor, right? We can prepare them to face the future challenges, right? Now for example मैं कि मोटे कहूची कि गोटे कंपनी रे निश्चित गोटे कंपनी रे 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10टा लोक काम करछन 10 persons are working. Now all of a sudden देखा दिबो कि the person concerned 2 left 4 5 left 7 left, then these vacancies are there, gap is there. Now as a HR manager, what is your role so that you can fill up these vacancies? How you will fill up these vacancies? Please unmute quickly, you answer.
Select some
What
of the
kind of strategy?
select some of the desired people who are able to fit in that places. We will select them.
Okay, you will certainly select, but what kind of mechanism you will adopt to select? Next question. Question. Yes.
On the basis of last performance, the current performance.
ठीक अच्छी. But what kind of strategy you will fix as a HR manager to fill up these vacancies? So there are three broad mechanisms are there. तीनटा broad mechanism होती. One is that we need to give this additional task. बुझी पारलो ना नहीं? Initially, we try to fill up the vacancies with the internal sources. Additional responsibility. So for that, HRP says build your resources. Build through training and development. Train them in such a way so that in case of emergency, they can work or they can fill up the vacancies. They can take up additional responsibilities. Are you able to understand the point? Building the existing resources. Bujilo?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then this is one step. Build. The next is borrow. Borrow dharya. It is otherwise known as outsourcing. बुझी पारले ना नहीं? Outsourcing. Asa kama kara pada. So see in this class, PCP class, some specific teachers are from they are from the department, from the directorate, and some are we have outsourced. We have requested them, and they are from different institutions. They are taking the class, and all the class is not there. So outsourcing is the second mechanism. So build, borrow is you come and you go. That is all about the second practice. The third main is don't build, don't borrow. Straight away you buy new people. by new people. That means at that step, we'll go for recruitment and selection. Now, these are the three broad steps with which we can fill up the vacancies. Train the people so that they can have the capability, potentiality to face the challenge, or take multi kind of task. Are you getting my point? So first is that build the people in such a way that so that they can take multiple tasks. Okay, unmute achi Gayatri, mute kar diyo ma. Okay, first is that first try to build the people through proper training program, then borrow outsourcing. Third party ko dakiba, se asibo, kamo kariba, complete kariba, poleba, where we have less responsibility, our responsibility will come down. Still, if you are unable to fill up the vacancies or unable to meet the challenge or unable to meet the demand, then straight away go for fresh recruitment. Bujhila na nahi? There are three broad mechanisms nowadays we are adopting: internal, bahya, but they are not related to the organization, or else fresh recruitment. Now, ethi kon hochi? First, we will go for present manpower, current manpower position to desired manpower position. Another is that HRP is a practice with which we can find out the quantity and quality of manpower. Quantity and quality of manpower. This is another one objective we can say. You can also write it in the definition. What is HRP? HRP is all about finding out the quantity and quality. Now, what do you mean by quantity? Quantity reflects to the number. Quality reflects to the skill. Bujhila na nahi? Quantity reflects to the number, quality reflects to the skill. So if you are adopting such practices in a systematic manner, then you can know the accurate number. Suna, tame koi pare sir to bahut easy. No, it is never like that. Mu ethi jete bale 50 jan ba 15 jan ba 5 jan lokon ko manage korchi, when I manage 5 to 10 people, then it is quite easy to find out the number. The papers are there. Mo pakare 8 paper achi. So 3 or 4 are from internal and rest 5 I will have from outside. So here the 5 number, it is very easy from my past experience I am telling. But when the project is worldwide, when the project needs thousands of people, at that point of time, we need to calculate the number. Suppose kon hochi tama ghare chhata roof casting hochi. Roof casting re तमको जैसे जे लेबर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर तमको कैसे कहबो कि देखो तो मते 60 जन दरकार 60 why 60 why 60 because the total the square feet is 2000 you can go with 20 people. Now if you are taking 60 then over manpower, if you are taking 10 it is under manpower, if it is 20 then it is right manpower. Tinta concept asila: over manpower, under manpower and right manpower. Now then again you are calculating the technology. Jadi tame mixture machine nahi asche, if you are coming with a mixture machine then you need 10 people. See how the number changes. If you need water from a far place then you need 10 another. All those things have to be considered while calculating the manpower requirement. So what is that? You need to find out the quantity and quality of manpower. So that with that we need to go for the environmental analysis, the job workload analysis. All those are to be analyzed so that the number of manpower and the skill components. Can anyone tell me what are the skills required for a manager? Please quickly mate kuha. Samay nahi. Can anyone tell me what are the skill components?
Sir, what type of manager? Like sales or?
No, overall skills of a manager, please. As a manager,
He could be able to handle the current flow of the current business.
You are right. You are right. He has to handle the. But this is what is his task. He is handling basing on certain skills. मुसेटा भी तुमको कहिया पचारिली स्किल इज हमें कहूचे कोन दक्षता को दक्षता तार थिबा दरकार टू हैंडल द मैन पावर. आई एम आस्किंग द दक्षता, आई एम आस्किंग द स्किल. Tell the skills. It is there in unit 1 of MCP.
It should be decision-making skills.
Very good. Thank you. Just think of a teacher who is standing in front of you. What kind of skills should be there with a teacher so that he can able to teach this paper?
Ownership should be part.
Knowledge,
Then-
main thing.
Knowledge.
Okay. Yes.
Ownership
What
should be first. After that, knowledge and decision making, planning,
Okay.
planning and achieve the goal.
Planning,
Preparation to achieve the goal.
Okay. See,
And-
planning, motivation, these are all about your task, activity. But how to plan, how to motivate, that depends on the skill.
Time management.
Time management, okay. Time management again is the characteristics, charitra. These are the questions you may get in the examination. What are the skills required? What are the roles of a manager? What are the nature characteristics of a manager? What are the levels of management? Kauche ki ame bhumika, role, levels, tara, okay, skill, dakshata, and nature or characteristics, charitra. The different skills for a teacher, same manager. One is that communicational skill. He can able to express the idea, fact, emotion, knowledge, all those things. Do you accept it or not? A teacher must express
Yes, sir.
clearly in front of the students so that they can understand it. One is that
Sir,
communication.
repeat again, sir.
A
Sir, repeat
skill
again, sir.
communicational skill. For a manager, one is communicational skill. One is that sir is unable to express. Sir, but he is unable to express. That means lack of communicational skill. Another is that sir, I would think so, sir ko pakere buddhita thiba darkar, conceptual clarity thiba darkar. That is all about your conceptual skill. Sir janichanti pathota, but sir express kari parnati, communicate kari parnati. That means there is a gap between conceptual skill and communicational skill. So one skill is conceptual skill, one skill is communicational skill. One skill is sir patho padhuchନ୍ତି communicate korchନ୍ତି but ei jo machine ta thoi jagare taku handle kari parnati.
Technical skill.
Computer ta thui achi taku se handle kari parnati. Technological or operational skill. Sir kono koruchନ୍ତି answer दउछन ए पिला सुन जदी साउंड होछ बैकग्राउंड रे तले म्यूट कर दियो कारण मु जदी थरे ब्रेक हेछि भी मु ब्रेक हेछि मु सेठी के फेरिया को मु जेंति कहितले डिफिकल्ट हो कोन कहली सर कोन होछि ना पाठटा जानि छंती कम्युनिकेट करूछंती एवं टेक्नोलॉजिकल स्किल अछि बट सर को क्वेश्चन पचरला सर रागी जाउछंती चिड़ी जाउछंती दैट मींस लैक ऑफ डिसीजन मेकिंग स्किल he is unable to take the decisions. That is what decision making skill or analytical skill or diagnostic skill. बुझी पारला गोटे मैनेजर पाखरे केते प्रकार स्किल थिबा का दरकार. Managerial skill includes your conceptual skill, communicational skill, technological or operational or diagnostic skill, then decision making skill. Then next is that another is your what
Sir,
you can say.
one thing.
Yes.
Hello.
Please.
Yeah, actually, hello, sir. You're telling this another skill is required that for the envisaging of the situation means in future, just checking the future when something is coming or something which is supposed to come during your further assignment or something. That time, that envisages.
See, you are right. So with the use of such skill, you can take future decisions. So we can project future having the decision making skill, projecting skill. Are you getting the point? You are unable to forecast the future. Why? Because you do not have the knowledge on the subject. You do not have the knowledge how to take the decision. See, combinedly, there is a matra kahipariba sare gama padha nisa. All those skills have to be utilized as per its situation. Oh jagare ko skill will become prominent. It all depends on you. Are you getting a point? So what are the skills? Another skill is your behavioral skill. The teacher must understand the behavioral issues of the individual. What is behavior? Behavior is all about understanding the heart of others. It is means the art, it is an art of understanding the heart of others. You know, because we need to understand the unspoken words. You must have seen in your house, your mother must be telling, you cannot understand my emotion. That means you are unable to understand the behavior of your spouse. So behavioral skill is also required, highly required in the organization. Are you getting my point? So this is another skill. You should have the knowledge on that so that you can control the people. Controlling. No, controlling is this task. Now, how you will control? It is all about your behavioral skill. Then next is your political skill. Politically, you need to manipulate the thing and you need to answer the people so that the confusion, conflict, resistance will come down. Minimizing conflict is the task of a HR manager. But what kind of skill is required? All the skills, however, political skill is the prominent one. Another is your ethical skill. Which one is right? Which one is wrong? That kind of judgmental kind of thing must be there. There are many skills are required for a manager to handle the organization. It is not at all easy task. It is very difficult. So it is very difficult. You need to understand the people factor in depth-wise, in such a way so that you can take the right decision at the right time. So apart from that, you must have some other aspects, but these are the basic skills which are required. Now, what is that? One is that quantity and quality of manpower we needed. Another approach is there. HRP coaching. What is that? We need to find out with proper implementation of HRP have written anticipated and unanticipated. What is that? HRP helps in finding out the anticipated and unanticipated vacancies. Can anyone tell me what is anticipated, what is unanticipated? Certain vacancies we can predict. Certain vacancies we can tell, okay, but in certain cases we cannot predict, we cannot say. For that, this manpower planning identifies different kind of techniques. Technique Delphi technique is there, Markov analysis is there, trend analysis is there. Okay, many techniques are there. Jodi tumane manpower planning specialization rakhiba HR, then you will read those techniques. I have a book. I published a book on human resource planning and development. It is being published by Himalaya Publishing House. There I have clearly described. So it is required if you are going for the HR as a major HR as a specialization. You will read what Markov analysis is there, what Delphi techniques are there, what is recent trend analysis is there. So how to find out the accurate manpower, okay, for a bigger project. Okay, so these are all about your another definition we can say. HRP is a practice of finding out anticipated and unanticipated. Certain vacancies we can anticipate, certain vacancies we can predict, and certain vacancies is very difficult to predict. For example, predict kota kari pariba, we will look at the retirement age. A time will retire. At this point of time, this number of people will get their retirements. So we can tell, we need manpower because he's going to retire. So these vacancies we can predict. But in case of death rate, labor turnover, are you getting? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of labor turnover? Yes, you can write in the chat box or else unmute yourself and tell me what is the meaning of labor turnover. Yes, quick. Jodi no koi pare, jump karibi. Labor turnover is all about the number of people are leaving the company. It is not the output given by the employee. Labor turnover is the number of people leaving the company. Labor turnover ratio ame kadiba. Ratio trend analysis. Ei barsha 10 jana chhadle, next year 12 jana chhadle, ta par barsha 13 jana chhadle, ta par barsha 11 jana chhadle. तामने आमे ताकू तीनटा को मिसेबा डिवाइडेड बाय 5 जति के आसला आसंता वर्ष एतिकी लोक मध्ये छाडीबे ताकू ट्रेंड एनालिसिस करिबा. So in that way only we can predict the unanticipated vacancies. So manpower planning helps in find out the anticipated as well as unanticipated vacancies.
Sir, level turnover agreement.
लेबर टर्नओवर से तमरा जॉइन कले केते लोक एठी एमबीए रे जॉइन कले 500 फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर परीक्षा देले 480 ओके सेकंड सेमेस्टर परीक्षा देले 390 थर्ड सेमेस्टर परीक्षा देले आउरी कम फोर्थ सेमेस्टर पास आउट कले 270 माने आकु देखि पैनिक होनी तमे अदर साइड रे रहि नथिबो हला मु जस्ट एग्जांपल दोछि don't put yourself in the other side. I'm just trying to give one example. See, the turnover means these people have left the course. The turnover ratio year-wise we need to calculate. How many people, where you are working, can the person who asks the question?
Sir.
Yes. Your name, please?
Shiva Prasad.
Huh?
Sir, Shiva Prasad, sir.
Shiva, tell me, are you working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Where you are working?
Sir, I have my own business.
You have your own business. Now, how many persons you have employed?
17.
17. Now, can you guarantee that all the 17 same person will remain in the next year?
No, sir.
Coming year? No. Next year? No. Next year? No.
No, sir.
So people will leave, you will put new. Now the people, those who are leaving, that is your turnover. Now you need to conduct exit interview. Why people are leaving? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Why people are leaving? And nowadays entry interview is also conducted. Why you are here? What is your basic purpose of joining with us? So both the interviews should be conducted. Exit interview, why you are leaving? So gote bhalo lok to chhadi ki apna company jauchi. So have you kebe interact asita karichandi? Have you ever interacted with the person, good person who had left your company?
Yes, sir.
Karichandi? Hey, kahin ki chhaduchu? Mu to darma badhauchi. Rah. So this is all about your exit interview. Still he is leaving. So that means the labor turnover you need to calculate ratio. Ame karuche. Kete tamara varshika ei trend re kete kahuchi. Varshuk kete lok ame chhaduchi. So this is all about your turnover, labor turnover ratio. Now, this is all about your human resource planning. You may get a question, define human resource planning, discuss the nature or characteristics or objective. Human resource planning is forward looking. Human resource planning is futuristic. Human resource planning minimizes the gap between the current position to desired position. These are the nature or characteristics you can write. You read the book, you will get many points. Okay, the next is process of HR. केमिति हमें प्रोसेस का अडॉप्ट करिया ए मैन पावर प्लानिंग द फर्स्ट प्रोसेस स्टेप इज योर एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज द एनवायरमेंटल एनालिसिस वी नीड टू एनालाइज द एनवायरमेंट आर यू गेटिंग योर पॉइंट सो एनवायरमेंट इज ऑल अबाउट internal as well as external So these are always, we can say, affects the organization. These are always one kind of vibration is created with these environments. Now we need to know what are the internal and external environment which puts challenges in front of us. Can anyone tell me what are the environments should be analyzed in the organization? Please quickly go, unmute karo, quickly go. Or lekhi diyo ekhi. Quickly, तंपर समय नहीं कौन environmental factor जोटा कि हमको affect करुची organization ने बा हमें constantly we need to study
environment is basically about the culture of the company, how the people yes hello
continue.
Yes sir, I'm audible. Environment is totally about the culture, policies, the policies, cultures, and work-life balance and satisfactions, and
Okay, I got your point. Now see, your name is Lenin.
Yes sir.
Okay, now these are the outcome of environment. Whenever we form a policy, whenever we implement a policy, or we are trying to implement some standing order or rules regulations, we try to know the environment which remains within. Okay, what organizational culture is one part, because that is what remains within the organization. Okay, Then what are the environmental factors within which the organization continues or sustains? One is people satisfaction. Okay, people satisfaction is there, but people will be satisfied with good culture. People will be satisfied with good when the environment is very conducive. Satisfaction is outcome of environment. Now, how to implement a conducive environment in the organization? Only you need to study what are the forces are there which influence the organization. Environment always puts challenges in front of the organization. One is that the social factors. It is one environment because organization remains within the society. जो product करेगा सही product, whether you can sell it in this society, whether raw materials are available in this society, social parameters. One of the pillar এটা সব জায়গায় use होगा. Next is your technological. What is that? Social technological change. Okay. Now, what is that? Social. One is your technological. One is your economical. Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are visible, but I think there's some might be network issues.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, social, technological, one is economical. Economical is the economic condition, whether it is internal or external, you need to find out. Another one is your political. Political is also, that is all about your leadership and all. Are you getting my point? One is your social environment where the organization sustains. One is technological environment where the organization continues its operation. One is economical environment where the organization continues its operation. Political is also there. Leadership style, work culture, many more things are there. Interference of the government. Then next is your institutional. What is that institutional? It is all about other institutions, competitors. That is another environment. Now another is your natural. Nature also puts challenges in front of us. It is also one force which influences the business environment. Now these are the environment that to be analyzed in case of manpower planning. It may not all the environment we need to analyze, but some specific environments are to be analyzed. बुझी पारले पिला माने? So environmental analysis is all about.
Yes, sir.
What I have written?
Step in.
What is the step in?
Social, technological, economical, institutional, and natural.
Social, technological, economical, political, institutional, and natural calamities. Now, these are the basic environment factors, parameters are to be analyzed when we set the objective. Objectives are to be analyzed. Okay. Objectives are to be analyzed, objectives are to be set. Vision, mission, objective, task, target, and assignment are to be identified. Once we are able to analyze the environment, then we can think of setting up the objectives. Here, now when we are able to set the objective, we can also know the required tasks are to be performed. कौन हमको काम करिवार अछि से तळुको आमे जानि परिबा. Once you are able to find out the required task, then we can know the job analysis. Analyzing of job. को जॉब करिया को पड़िबो. त माने आपण माने सब पढिथिले जॉब एनालिसिस ए जो एमसीपी पेपर रे हां कोन पढिछन ना नहीं आमे कहबा कि वर्क स्टडी, मेथड स्टडी, टाइम स्टडी, मोशन स्टडी, फैटिग स्टडी एगुडा का आसीबो आपनकर साइंटिफिक मैनेजमेंट थ्योरी रे आसीबो वर्क स्टडी करबा, जॉब टा एनालिसिस करबा, कामटा को स्टडी करबा, वर्क स्टडी, मेथड स्टडी, मोशन स्टडी, टाइम स्टडी एंड फैटिग स्टडी। टाइम केते समय दरकार गोटे काम करिया सेटा सब काढिया को पड़िबो। These are all required. Now what is that? It is all about your job analysis. Now once job is analyzed, then we can think of the present manpower. What is the manpower is at present it is available or not. Then next is your, as per the job analysis, we can think of we can find out the desired manpower. That is all about your demand. In the demand of manpower. So what the point says? Environmental analysis, setting of objective, job analysis, okay. Present manpower, find out the present manpower. Then next is your demand. Okay. केते डिमांड हमर रहला प्रेजेंट मैनपावर और ए जो जॉब एनालिसिस प्रेजेंट को हमें कंपेयर करके वी विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द डिमांड फॉर मैनपावर केते परिमाण रो दरकार। ओके, नाउ वंस इट इज एबल टू, यू आर एबल टू फाइंड आउट द डिमांड रिक्वायरमेंट, देन यू
Sir, your voice is not audible. Screen also not visible.
Asile?
Yes, sir.
Demand of manpower. Now we need to compare with
Again not showing, sir.
Sir, not showing, sir.
But it is showing here. Strange.
No, sir, it's not showing. No, sir.
No, sir. Screen not visible.
कितने पिला अच्छा am I visible?
Audible, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Only audible.
No.
No, sir, only audio.
खाली ऑडियो रे चलेबे की?
हाँ, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
you can
sir.
continue.
Okay, sir.
Now कैसे continue, sir, on audio?
कहना मु रही जाऊ रही गले रही जी।
Yes, sir. Continue.
Okay.
Now continue, sir, audio, sir. Continue.
Sorry for these network issues. So it is a challenge now. We need to
Visual, sir.
So job analysis. See, we need to analyze the job. Okay. Now once we are able to analyze, then next is that what is the current position of manpower we need to know. Then once that record is there with you, once you are able to find out the current, you are able to know the current position, then on the basis of job analysis, you need to find out the demand of manpower. What is the requirement? So demand of manpower, once you are able to identify, then you can minimize the gap. That is what all about. The next step is your gap analysis. Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Gap
Yes,
analysis.
sir.
Demand of manpower, then next is your gap analysis. You need to analyze the gap. Okay. Then next, once the gap is analyzed, then fill up the vacancies. Fill up the vacancies. The vacancies can be filled up with building the existing employee, build the existing employee. Eti kon kale position rehchi current position, taku tiyari kari ki gap ta ko fill up karo, or else borrow karo, or else recruit karo. This manpower planning is all about etiki bujila process. You may get a question, discuss the process of adopting manpower planning. Okay.
Sir, step in full form.
Sir, again, summarize the all processes in shortcut.
Kota kahila?
All the process can tell the heading only.
Okay, environmental analysis. आपण जेते कोन करन जेते मु कहूची, just think of your organization. निजे organization कथा चिंता करन, it will be very easy to answer. जेते लोटे किछि vacancy आसुची, organization कोन करूची, overall environment analysis करूची, or जोटा new organization start करूची, at that point of time organization overall analysis करू. Next is environmental analysis. Then with that the organization is able to
क्लास किछ करियलानी शुभुने भलरे शुभुने आपण सेडो डिस्टर्ब हो तू कोन करू.
Okay, next is objective. Next is job analysis. We need to analyze the job. What kind of job is that? Whether we need technical assistance, whether we need one kind of we need semi-skilled kind of component, or high-skilled component, or low-skilled component. Then we can think of what is the manpower is present manpower is available. Once you are able to find out the present manpower, then demand. What is the demand? A job analysis kon darkar. Then we will compare between these two, present and demand. Then we can find out the gap, whether gap is there or not. If gap is there, we need to think whether it is over manpower or under manpower. Whether it is over manpower or under manpower. Jodi over manpower achi, we need to downsize the manpower. If under manpower achi, then you need to add manpower, right size kariba. So in both the way we are trying to right sizing. Now then finally filling up the vacancy ta ko fill up karna. So process of HRP is here. Then here I will write the practice.
Full form of step in.
Yes, please tell me.
Sir, step in full form.
Social. So full form something is in I.
Technical.
Oh, I am just telling all of you to remember it. आपण माने step in for S for T for something कहिबेनी कहले कोन से एडा करे कहिए आपण माने why I am telling, because you can understand, you can easily remember it. What is that? Social environment, technological environment, economical environment, political environment, institutional competitors are there, and natural calamities. Aji बहुत ठंडा हला पिला के क्लास रे रहि देनी. So the behavior of the students are absenteeism. Now what happened? Students remain absent. Now what kind of environmental factors which influence or change the behavior of the student? Environmental, natural factors. Thanda hala, borsa hala, chhada hala, tofan hala. Okay, so these are the environmental and natural parameters we identify. Now, this is all about the process. This is all about the meaning and nature or characteristics or objective of manpower planning. Then, what is that? Demand forecasting and supply forecasting. Demand is all about your requirement. Kitne darkar? What is the number? That is all about your quantity and quality of manpower needed. Bujhi parla na nahi? Now, next is we will go for supply of manpower. Supply forecasting. From where we can get those manpower. Are you getting my point? Now here, if the demand, what is if the demand is high, if the demand is, we can say more, and supply is less, if demand is high and supply is less, then under manpower, the condition is under manpower. If the demand is less but supply is high, then what is the condition? Is over manpower. If demand is more and supply is less, then what is the condition? It is under manpower. Under manpower. If demand is less and supply is high, then it is over manpower, crowded hejibo. Besi lokore musa more nahi, we usually say. But we need to right size the manpower. So that is all about your demand forecasting and supply forecasting. Mu jetobale padhibe recruitment sources of recruitment, there I will tell what are the supply forecasting. Ko jagaru ame manpower ani pariba. Bujhila? Any doubt or shall I stop? Move next class re. काली जेतेबेले नेबी सेतेबेले मु काली पढेबी रिक्रूटमेंट आउ यो sources of recruitment and process of recruitment selection मते खाली बहुत जिंस सारियार अछि जदि न सारी पारिली if I am unable to finish the syllabus then I will take some additional class if you people will attend otherwise it is up to you.
Sujit sir, can you have your number please? You know, sometimes we are not able to join your class properly because of the timetable of the
986117317.
1 minute sir, 1 minute.
Sir,
986 is there.
73173.
Yes, sir.
It is easy to remember, difficult to access. You can send me WhatsApp. WhatsApp रे मते SMS पठले I will certainly reply. Call कले मध्ये
Could you
मु
please repeat again your number? Hello.
Sir,
once again
can
your
you repeat
mobile
once?
number, please.
986117317.
986117317.
Easy. Remember it is easy, difficult to access.
9861173 सर एक्चुअल क्या ना मतलब आपनकर आवाज ठीक कटि जाउची मझे मझे तो जानी होनी ठीक से 98611
Sir, why it is like only 10 classes to complete the syllabus for all? Can't we make 15 or 20?
Then you should join in a regular program. Distance रा किछि policy रहिछि गोटे norm रहउछि गोटे regulation रहउछि there must be some difference between the distance mode and regular mode conventional बुझिले कि नहीं हमें जो
Okay, sir.
जो brand that is what the feature of the brand distance रे तो 5टी क्लास करा जाय अन्य सब यूनिवर्सिटी 4टा की 5टा क्लास करूछंती we are conducting 12 classes.
Sir, if you want, we can also attend the offline also, no problem.
No. Offline it is not. See, offline means mu कहली conventional जो department में जो class चलती. बुझ पा लेकिन.
Sir, we can also do that also. We can.
नहीं. For that you need to join in the department. Don't think much on that. See, बर्तन जो जिनसे अच्छी जो के कम पैकर अच्छी will cut it and will leave it. Now, if you think of some bigger thing, then you will feel stressed. So don't think on that. We have this and we'll go with this. Then you read the book. मु कहीं भाबुची 10टा क्लास रे हमें जहा कवर करिवो गोटे 40टा क्लास रे सेती कवर हो. We are going bit fast. हमें टिके फास्ट स्पीड रे जाउछु but अटेंड करंतो सब जाक क्लास.
सर हमको एई जो वीडियो मिल परिबो कि आपण जोडे एतना पढे तर वीडियो मिल परिबो कि सर
निश्चित मिलिबो. You will certainly get. Don't become so panic. See, आपण जदी एबे वीडियो देबो रॉ वीडियो will go to you. माने करे आज गोटे एचआर तापर आ गोटे एमसीपी गोटे आ गोटे कोन एमसी मिसी की जीवो. But we'll send the link where you will get all those 10 classes of HRM. Another link you will get all the 10 classes of your MCP serially you will get. Just wait. ठीक है भरोसा रखंतु. आपण माने माने मु कहूची कि you create any group any whatever you are creating but ultimatum is that we are there to help you. जहां जहां से माने पठेबे सेटा भूल होई थाई पारे बा किछि डिस्टर्बिंग हो. So don't go for that. Whatever your information you need, you contact us.
Okay,
we are there to support you. Your friends cannot support you, your colleague cannot support you. जते हमें करियो. Okay. जति भी still किछि डाउट रोछि come to DDC. We are here. 10 to 5 we are here. This is एटा 5टा 6टा बजले still we are here. Not as a class चलछि evening MBA class. Still we are here. Come interact with us. Go. बुझि पड़ले.
Yes sir.
Yes sir बुझ पड़ले सर. ठीक है 10 to 5 भीतर गले सर आपण जणा माने आपण सर कथा ही करियो ना सर.
हमें जहां दबा कथा ता टाइम रे. Don't worry, don't panic. Whatever thing you needed because आपण पे this is the 24th batch which I am managing.
Sir, मैं आपको class attend कर तो हमने because every just 5 minutes के लिए हम class attend कर ली. So that's why sir.
You will get the recorded class. You will get the recorded class. If you are staying nearby place, then come DDC. যদি কিছু ডাউট রয়েছে ইন্টারাক্ট উইথ মি অন্য সাবজেক্ট রে থিলে বি ইউ জাস্ট কাম স্যার এই পেপারে ডাউট রয়েছে আমি কোন করিবা কেমতি কোন করিবা গাইড ইউ
ওকে স্যার ওকে স্যার ওকে স্যার
Yes, sir. Thank you.
ওকে
Yes, sir.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
থ্যাংক ইউ